Just don't say anything crazy. You want me to call you back later?
It. I want to say some shit crazy though. No, I wanted your opinion on something. Fuck.
I can call you back later.
Maybe I could just do it on fucking.
Okay.
Do it the fact that it's live. Okay, here's the situation. I mean, this situation's so fucking public, it doesn't even fucking matter, right? So, are you familiar with Lol Cow Queens?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you know how Kid Behind the Camera is like co-owns that and produces it or whatever.
Yeah, isn't there some
like
shit about like how he met his wife when they were like when she was like in a really weird age gap or something?
This is exactly what I'm calling about. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to look into it before I make any firm stances. But yeah, hit me with it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I know. Right. This story came out 7 years ago or whatever, but people knew about it before them because they openly told their audience. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 years ago, Drama Alert and Scarce both covered this story. And at the time, nobody gave a shit because they were already together for like a decade. Like literally nobody cared when me and Scarce covered this 7 years ago. But allegedly, Mike's wife, Bridget, lied about her age to Mike, right? And he found out when she was like 17, after they were already dating for like 2 years, and he didn't break up with her, and they've been together for 17 years now and have 2 kids and are married, okay? But they started dating when he was like 21, I think.
Yeah, he was 21 and she was 15, right? That's what Xylee told me.
15.
Yeah, yes. That's gross and disgusting.
Disgusting. Horrible, right? When I found out about it 7 years ago, I was just basically like, well, fucking expiration date is run on that. They've been together for like a decade type of shit, right? It was like one of those things where it's like, well, nothing can be done. Now it's 17 years later, and now they have kids together, they're married, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just like one of those things where, yeah, this is fucked up. Mike is so fucking wrong for that. I don't condone this at all. But also, nothing can be done. Like, what is he? He's supposed to get canceled? Is he supposed to lose his children or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I think the main thing that you're leaving out is supposedly the girl like lied about her age. He didn't find out, and there's no proof that he knew how old the person was. But like, even then, I mean, I wouldn't want to associate with this guy personally. I think this is just gross and weird. I think if you're 21, like, I don't know. It's a 15-year-old. How does I don't know.
Oh, I have a 15-year-old daughter. It's fucking horribly disgusting, right? But it's like, then there's this whole...
The problem is this is 15 years ago, and there's like no way to find any of this information out on whether he knew or he didn't know.
And she's 31 years old today.
Yeah.
She's 31 today. So it's like this weird, like, is there even another fucking scenario that's even remotely close to this in our community that you've ever heard of?
No, this is a pretty unique one, to be honest. I would need to actually spend some time looking over all the details. But I will say, Kid Behind the Camera kind of does look like a sex offender. He's got like that, he's got like the Rod Slasher Bastow Riz, where it's like he might not have actually, like, I don't know if he actually is looking for it, but he kind of looks like he's looking for it.
Jesus Christ. Anyhow, like I would say probably about 10% of my community wants me to fire Mike.
I to be honest, I wouldn't. I'm not against that position. I think you could totally fire him and it would be justified.
But then also, I'm like, what does that solve? Like, what? It's just like, you know what I mean? There's no justice in this scenario.
Okay, but do you think, like, let's say hypothetically he did know, right? And you are working directly with him, you're a business partner of his or whatever, because you guys are both in business together. Disavowing doesn't necessarily solve the problem. The problem's already there. But you probably wouldn't want to work with that person if you knew that he knew, right?
But also, like, I've known Mike forever. He's not a danger to kids. He's not
and I'm sure that's what...
You know what I mean? It's like, this is so fucking complicated. I hate being in this situation.
I mean, this is exactly what Dan's going right through right now with Destiny. This is identical to Destiny's, well, not identical. There's obviously huge differences, but the hypothetical I created is very similar. Where it's like, no, I think that if you think this guy is a bad guy or whatever, or he's done extremely heinous things or whatever, I think you should probably stop working with him. If you don't think that, then I think you should move your position around that. But I don't think you can't concede that he's the bad guy in that situation and then turn around and be like, but I'm still going to work with him, right? So that's what you need to work on, is getting that answer.
God, he is the bad guy in the situation.
Yep.
And he's also,
but we
not
don't know.
a danger to
Again,
kids.
you don't know if he knew that the age was. Again, there's a lot of other stuff. I'm not going to make any sweeping claims about it. It sounds awful at its face value, though.
Well, him and his wife are getting a divorce right now, and his wife is maintaining, I am not a victim. I lied to him. I tricked him. That's what his wife's saying. And again, she's 31 years old now.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is so insane.
I mean, if you got
This is like-
catfish, you got catfish. I don't know.
I just wish there was a scenario that was even remotely close so I could navigate this.
I also need to know how these personal interactions work. Did he like go to her house while her parents are home or whatever? Did the parents know? There's a whole bunch of different things going on here.
Yeah,
because this
well,
is
the
not like an
parents
e-relationship.
definitely-
This is not DMs back and forth. This is like a physical relationship that turned into a marriage with kids. So I don't necessarily know all the details or any really of them.
Yeah, and the parents were supportive. And then she also lied to her parents
Oh.
about Mike's age, apparently.
Ew.
So that's whole fucking dude.
Yeah, it's
I
a shit show.